Get excited because we're talking about how to increase your sales and make more money in your online boutique business. Now, there are many different things that you can do that will lead to sales, but really there are two main avenues to focus on. One is focusing on your existing customers, which is what we're mainly going to cover today. And the second avenue is bringing in new customers. Now, within these two avenues comes all of those many different things that you can do that will lead to sales, like your content and marketing strategy. And I'm gonna break it down and share a few examples with you. But before we do that, just wanna take a moment to say hello again. It has been several months since you may have seen me here last on my channel, and I have so much to catch you up on, but we can save that for the end of the video. So if you want to know what I've been up to with my own boutique business, with my boutique relaunch, and also a lot of personal life stuff going on, we can catch up at the end of the video. Okay, we're starting with your existing customers because this needs to be your priority. You always want to think about, how can I continue to build the relationship with the customers that I already have? How can I continue to build the relationship with the customers that I already have? Few reasons. It costs you more to acquire a new customer than it does to bring back someone who has already bought something from you. And they're more likely to spend more the second time around because they are already familiar with your brand and trust your products. Now, if you only have a handful of customers, or maybe you're just starting out, this concept still applies to you because your first customer is just as important as your 100th customer. How you build a long-term business is based on your customer experience, which leads to word of mouth marketing. And I know word of mouth marketing, it sounds a bit outdated, but it's still very much effective. It just looks a little different today now that we have social media. So word of mouth begins when your customer is so excited about your product or the experience they've had shopping with you that they want to post about it online. Whether that's wearing or using your products, or tagging you in a photo on Instagram, or simply mentioning your brand on any other social platform. So how could you give your customers a memorable enough experience to want to do that? Well, you gotta have good products to start with, but aside from the quality of your items, that's a given, we need to build that relationship. And that comes through your follow-up conversations after the first order. So you can reach out individually through direct message, personally thanking someone for their order. You as the founder, as the owner of the boutique, that goes a long way. Or you can show up on live video. Maybe every Friday you share your top 5 favorite items of the week. And you'll begin to see the same people showing up for you, and you want to acknowledge them. Hey Emily, it's so good to see you here again. I hope you're loving your new scarf from last week. So not only is Emily going to feel appreciated and want to continue to support your brand and buy from your boutique, but also anyone else who's watching that live video who may not be your customer just yet, and they're seeing how you're making someone else feel, how you're making them feel special, because they are special. Remember, every single customer should matter to you. They're gonna wanna be a part of that. They're gonna see that warm, welcoming, inviting feeling and also wanna be your customer. So that does trickle into bringing in new customers, that avenue, but it's still a way to bring and build that returning customer relationship. Now, another way to increase your sales with your existing customers is through your follow-up email sequence. So we're talking about email marketing here. So your customer already gets their order confirmation email, their shipping and order was delivered email. So what's next? Because it doesn't just stop at those 3 generic emails. You want to have an automated email sequence that specifically goes to your first time customers. So the next email could be around product education. So depending on the type of items you sell, do you need to explain how to use your products? Do you need to educate someone about your products? Or let's say you sell sweaters. So you don't necessarily need to teach someone how to use a sweater, or maybe there is something unique about it and you need to explain those details. But another way to incorporate a product education email could be around styling. How to style your new sweater for the work week, or how to care for your items, how to store your sweaters in your closet. Or maybe you want to teach someone about the materials that you're using and how to care for this specific type of fabric. So start thinking about some product education topics and an email that you can include that is relevant to your brand. Now, the point here is we want our customers to use our products. We want them to love it, because when someone loves something, then they talk about it. When they understand how to use it, how to style it, then they will wear it. And notice how we aren't selling anything in this email. We're not asking for anything in return. We are simply giving value, and we're building that returning customer relationship. Now, there's a time and a place to ask for the sale, which could be your next email, the product recommendation email. So is there an item in your boutique that pairs well or complements their most recent purchase that you can recommend to them directly? Now, this could get a little tricky if you have dozens and dozens and dozens of different products and SKUs in your store, but you can still set this up through your email service provider. But if you want to keep it simple at this stage, you can send out a more general email where it's not necessarily a direct product recommendation, but it's still somewhat relevant, where let's say you send out something that pairs well for the season. So a more general season to season related email that you can switch up and update. So in this email, you can recommend, say, hey, you're loving this new sweater, you're gonna love our new scarves. And remember, this follow-up email sequence is for your first-time customers. This is your opportunity to get back on your customer's mind, to continue the conversation. Because remember, our mindset here, it's not a one and done, move on to the next customer. We're building that returning customer relationship. Now you can set up, again, your follow-up email sequence through your email service provider, and I'll leave a few resources down below for you. Okay, those were a few examples of how to increase your sales with your existing customers. Now, thank you for watching this video, but we're not done chatting. If you want to catch up with me and learn all what's going on, let's sit back, relax a little, and we can chat. But I do have something I want to share with you. I want to give one of my favorite brand partners a shout out. Now, one of my most valuable time-saving business resources is a done-for-you bookkeeping service. And my bookkeeping besties, yes, there's such a thing, over at Bench, I'm a partner with Bench, is offering my Online Boutique Boss community 30% off your first 3 months of bookkeeping. So if you head over to onlineboutiqueboss.com/bench, you can learn all about it. But I have been using Bench for several years now for my business, and it's made my life so much easier. Every single month, you get a P&L statement of your income statement, your expenses, so you can keep track of how you're doing in your business every month. And then when it comes time to taxes, you have everything you need to file your taxes. It makes it so much easier. So I could not recommend them enough. So if you head over to, again, onlineboutiqueboss.com/bench, you get 30% off your first 3 months of bookkeeping. Hello again. I feel like I have to take you closer so we can have like a casual chat about it, or else I'm just gonna like freak out, and it's really not that big of a thing. Well, it's big to me, but it's like, I don't know. Okay, update. Now, the last time you saw me was several months ago when I was, doing my thing here on YouTube and sharing all the Online Boutique Boss videos, which I am on track to continue that now. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. But during that time, I was also in the process of launching my signature program, which I do every year. I usually do it once a year. And I was prepping for that because it's 10 weeks of coaching with my students, my boutique students, and I was doing a masterclass. You may have joined me. So it's always a fun yet very busy time when I'm launching my program. So during that time, after it was all done and we had our coaching sessions and all my students went through the program, I always want to focus my attention on them and just give them as much of my undivided attention as possible when they're launching their boutiques. So after that, I was again back up and ready to do videos, but I felt I felt overwhelmed approaching because I was doing my courses and I'm also working on my own boutique. You know, I'm still a boutique owner. I love having my boutique business and it's my main business, and I am in the process of relaunching. And I'm coming out and designing my own collection. I've never done this before. I've never gone through the process start to finish of coming up with a concept, with creating a design, with having it made, with working with manufacturers. Like, I've never done any of that. And this is something that I've been working on for quite some time as well. And there's been some delays with that. So with all that, I was also planning my wedding. Yes, I got a ring on it. I think I told you a couple videos ago when I got engaged, and then with the whole 2020 that happened, it got postponed, which was like its whole thing in its own. So we had to wait an entire year for our wedding, and I was back to planning that again. We basically planned it ourselves. We had planners, which was very helpful, but like the whole concept of our wedding, the design and everything, we were really hands-on with that. And I really wanted to take that time for ourselves to just do something for ourselves that meant obviously a lot, getting married. So I was feeling this overwhelming feeling, and I don't do overwhelm. So I told myself that I had to step back from a few things, and I had to step back from making these videos. So hopefully, you know, you got to rewatch some of the videos, or you got to hear from me through my newsletter and my social media, my Instagram. I try to catch up with you there as well. But if not, I wanted to give you that update. So wedding was awesome, was beautiful, was great. It was a little stressful because we got married in wine country, which during that time, fire season, and then of course everything with the restrictions going on, but it ended up being like a great day. And then we went on our honeymoon, went to Hawaii for the first time. We took off like almost 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks, but that is the most time I have ever taken off in my entire adult life. And it was just nice and relaxing. Oh my gosh, I'm missing those Mai Tais. I'm missing the beautiful water. But it was nice just to not have anything on our minds, but just enjoying our honeymoon. So yeah, and then once we got back and kind of trying to get back into the swing of things, I'm doing everything I am with my launch of my boutique. Today, actually, I have a tracking information that my samples are arriving today. This is the first time I'm actually going to see physical samples of my own designs, and I am so excited and nervous about it at the same time. It's a long process, like every single process of designing your own collection. I mean, with the fabric, with the style, with the fit, with the sizing, with the little details, and I am loving every moment of it, but it's been taking, it's a lot longer time frame than what I'm used to, but I'm just being patient with myself and I'm trusting the process. And today is the day. I mean, it said it's supposed to be here from 12:30-ish, like the afternoon, and we're on about that time now. So I'm just patiently waiting for my samples to come in, and I share like behind the scenes on my personal Instagram at It's Monika Rose. So if you want to hang out with me on stories, I'm usually on stories to see behind the scenes, but I'm going to start posting and doing my pre-launch plan for my collection. Once I see these samples and kind of see where we're at, obviously you're gonna need more than one sample most likely to make sure you got everything down. with the exact specs and the design and the fit. But once I get an idea of the time frame with production, now I can really ramp up my pre-launch plan with my boutique. So I'm gonna do that over on my boutique Instagram, and it's so exciting. And this is something I teach in my program, which I'm planning to open the doors to the Online Boutique Boss Signature course. I have a plan to open the doors at the end of January of 2022. So coming up, so be on the lookout for that. That's what I have on my calendar. I'll give you some exact dates. And I'm excited to do that again. I love doing boutique coaching. So whenever I can do and have time for my program launch, I love it because I do Q&As every week, live Q&As with my students. So yeah, I'll leave some details down below if you want to join the waitlist for my program. But I teach you the pre-launch strategy, and that is absolutely something you have to do when you're launching your boutique, or if you've already launched your boutique and you're already, a little bit more established, you can still use the pre-launch strategy for your new collection. And that's what I love about the process that I created in my program. So I'm using my own, I'm printing out my own calendar, I'm doing the workbooks, I am taking it on myself, doing the exact same approach that I learned as far as the marketing goes, for the pre-launch of your boutique. That's what I'm working on. So I feel like there's more updates to tell you, but we'll just leave it at that. So thank you for being patient with me here on my channel. And just be on the lookout for more videos. Let me give you a sneak peek of what I have planned. So the next video, I want to do one that involves Black Friday and Cyber Monday and the holiday season, because we are in fourth quarter and you should be planning your fourth quarter sales or your holiday sales right now. But if you're a little behind, that's okay, because I plan on doing the next video on tips to help you last minute with your holiday sales for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So be on the lookout for that, and then some other exciting topics. Cool? Okay, thank you guys so much again. I feel like there's more updates about my life, but there's only so much I can tell you. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.